You know, I think the biggest and the most unaddressed factor is stress. And that's the continuum. Not only has there been an announcement that there's a pandemic, and the first one in several generations. I mean, this is literal history for everybody. No one's done this before. But the way in which we are relating it, and the way in which our culture has been educated as to what not only a pandemic is, but what the symptoms are and what it is that we have to fear, right? So I think the worst vector, the worst catalyst in this whole pandemic is literally the fear. Because it's not a matter of the bug getting us. It's more a matter of the perception of fight or flight. Because remember, fight or flight is designed to protect you. Fight or flight is a wonderful program. Fight or flight is that emergency system on the inside that down-regulates things that would not be appropriate when you're trying to be in a life-preserving situation. Now, what would put you in a life-preserving perception? It's based on the information that is surrounding you from your herd, from what you witness on TV. And based on that data that you're picking up, creates a loop of a reflex of watching what the other herd is doing for their safety and what you've been taught. So remember, when fight or flight kicks in, that means it's a safety issue. If it's a safety issue, then that's an emotional issue, all right? So when we sense that there's fight or flight in our environment and we're fearing for our families, remember, you do release cortisol. See, this is all about feeling, okay? You release cortisol. What does cortisol do? It reduces your inflammation. So what is one of the first things that happen whenever we get a flu? You get a fever, okay? Now that fever is your body releasing hormones to increase a hostile environment that bug could not live. Just like your body has to stay within 7 to 7.4 for your alkalinity, and even the Earth itself within this vast universe, there's a very thin veil that it must live within, okay? That bug living within our body also looks for the optimal conditions, and that's why some people in the office cubicle won't get sick while others will. Why? Because some people actually provide a very hospitable environment. So whenever you're in fight or flight, there's been sweeping, not the nation, but sweeping the world. This fight or flight is actually shutting down your immune system. And that immune system is based on cortisol lessening your lymphatic reaction, which is manufacturing your antibodies to fight the virus. So remember, based on how you're perceiving this environmental threat to you and your family determines how well you're actually going to fight this bug or how vulnerable you could be to it.